from capacity and into performance, performance is a key element. If you are moving the systems away from where the users work and operate to moving them out into the cloud, other factors come into play. The network suddenly becomes absolutely essential. It isn't just that LAN structure that they ran on beforehand. It's now a WAN, a wide area network structure that they need to access. So you need to think about the communication lines and how you're going to access that equipment. Do you need to implement point-to-point connections from there to the data center? You need to think about resiliency. Are you, if the data center goes down, is there another alternative data center that your cloud provider is going to run? And therefore, you need to provide alternative lines. What is the performance on those lines as well? So, understand the performance. Again, do your analysis at the beginning. Understand what is the minimum acceptable that you require as part of that take-on process. Understand what you need in the way of memory and CPU. Understand what you need in relationship to that network and the bandwidth required to run that environment. Use it to choose the right partner. They will give you their characteristics in relationship to how their cloud platform will perform. They'll give you the information in relationship to the CPU speed and performance, how their contention ratios, which is the next piece. On this bit, cloud platforms are not equal the same, so look at what's under the bonnet, whether it is pieces of older tin or whether it's a piece of newer tin. And then think about the contention ratios. Think about that infrastructure that they're providing to you. How many other tenants are running on it? How much is it contended? What is those contention ratios between what you provide to them, what you're asking for? Do you want to be fighting with other users over that CPU, over that memory, over that disk, those IOPS and everything else? So you need to think that you get that performance guarantees to deliver that service. As Jim alluded to earlier, lightweight applications are never an issue in running in a cloud platform. We've seen that time and time again. The heavy ones, you need to think about how you're going to handle those. Will they even run and move? They could be a red, in which case it's probably ill-advised, but they may be an amber. There may be a chance of running it, but how would you do it? Does it need dedicated hardware for it? Will your cloud provider that you're going to choose actually put in place dedicated hardware to run that service and those services for you? It could be that the cloud provider will actually isolate and ring-fence equipment for you to be able to provide that service, to give you that guaranteed service and performance that you need. So those are the questions that you need to ask when you're looking at maybe not just moving out your lightweight applications, but more of your heavyweight applications. And finally, think about the software tools. There are software tools out there that aid you during this. There are network emulation tools and simulation tools that you can use that will allow you to analyze the network before you actually move information to the cloud, that allow you to simulate whether the network will be performing as you hope it will be, so that you can simulate your users' end-to-end performance to make certain that that environment is operating as they would expect to see it. So, use of tools is essential.